Today we're going to go over a quick subject called NTP, Network Time Protocol. As the name implies, it is used to send time across the network. So all your equipment, switches, routers, wireless controllers, and such can all be synced together. So if lab switch 1 says it's 5 o'clock, home switch 0 will also have the same time. This is useful for tracking down issues that occur at a particular time. So let's go ahead and just get into configuration real quick. I'm going to do it in Packet Tracer because I don't feel like blowing up my network time. So let's do that real quick. So first thing we want to do is go into privileged exec mode. Let's make it easier for the peering to occur. So we're going to set our clock, set 1609. Let's say it's 37. Who cares? August 15th, 2025. It doesn't need to be super accurate, but if you're pulling your switch fresh out of the box or you just defaulted your switch, you need to set your time. Because otherwise, NTP peering is going to take forever. Alright, done. Now, let's go ahead and point the switch to a clock, to an NTP server, rather. Go into global config mode, and simply put, it's just NTP server and then the IP address of the server you want to use. In this case, I'm going to pretend that R1 has a server already set that it's getting time from, and I just want switch 0 to pull time from R1. 10001. Done. Now that that's done, another thing you want to set up is NTP logging. Now, it's going to kick an error back in this switch, but in my 3750 and my 2960s, it will work. So just do that, and NTP will be included in the syslog messages. Now, once syncing is done, you will see a bunch of syslog messages, and I'll show you what they look like. But first, let me show you a little gotcha that got me good while I was configuring this. So let's go ahead and have a look. Let me clear this. Reset terminal. Do show run pipe include IP default gateway. If you are setting an NTP server and it just never peers, this might be why. Set your default gateway in your switch. Normally, you don't have to do this for you to get internet connectivity, but if you want the switch to actually reach out to an external address for its time, you need an IP default gateway set. So just set that to your router. You're good. This got me for a while. All right. So now let's have a look and see what a successful peering looks like. I've got a screenshot right here. So here's the time in the syslog message, the syslog message type, clock update, and then the notification. System clock has been updated from 19, like whatever wrong time that is, to a correct time. Awesome. And it was configured from this address. And then another server did a peering, and it updated the time again, and then it's going to show reachable. So this is what a successful peering looks like. Let's go ahead and have a look at our associations. Do show NTP associations. All right, so here's the addresses for the various NTP servers that I'd set up in this switch. So 162.159.201, that's a Stratum 3 clock. And here's all the information about it, delay, offset, display, what have you. So Stratum is how trustworthy the clock is. The closer to 0 it is, the better. However, once it gets to a point where it's 16, it's not trustworthy. And the way that works is I have this Stratum 1 clock here from NIST. What that means is that this server is connected directly to an authoritative time source, like a atomic clock, for instance. So the atomic clock would have a stratum of 0, and then anything that pulls time from it is going to have a stratum of 1. And then anything that pulls from this NIST server is going to have a stratum of 2. Anyone who pulls from that server is going to have a stratum of 3. So hopefully that makes sense. So it's like a game of telephone. So the time is going to be off a little more each time because everything on the network takes time, right? So this one only has a couple hops to the authoritative time, but this one's at stratum 16. So from 15 upward is considered reliable time. After 16, your equipment's going to draw a line in the sand and say no. So now that that's done, you have NTP configured, ready to go. Just be sure to put in this one more command. And it's going to be service timestamps. Actually, hold on. I've got it in this config right here. Do show run. It's this command right here. Service timestamps log date time local time. Because NTP has updated the local time, syslog messages are now going to use that. It's going to use some other time source by default, but you're telling it use local time that NTP has updated. And from there, your syslog messages are now fairly reliable. And the benefit is if you send all this to an external syslog server, then you have accurate time no matter what.